there, welcome to A Healthy Conversation. So listen, we're going to bridge from last week right to this week. Last week I was alone. This week I'm back with John again. And last week I talked to you about a way to lose weight, 20 pounds in 30 days, without being hungry. And very simply, it was around a ketogenic way of eating. We're going to talk about what ketogenic means here in a second. The two things I want to remind you of are when you eat ketogenically, you are not going to be hungry and you're going to lose weight very quickly. You're going to feel incredible, your energy is going to go up, all sorts of things. But you will lose weight quickly and you will not be hungry. And I'm going to say that again. When you eat ketogenically, because your body is feeding off your own fat, you won't be hungry. You can't eat ketogenically and be hungry. You won't be hungry. So that's pretty good news for people who want to lose weight. But there's even better news. Now, as you know, John is a cancer researcher because you're a cancer survivor. So you're pretty fascinated with that subject. And as you started researching, you found out that ketogenic is kind of, well, a miracle when it comes to
starving cancer cells.
So let's talk about starving cancer cells. That's perfect.
Well, going back to some of the old-time doctors, because since nobody really has the cure for cancer or knows that much about curing it, Dr. Otto Warburg, who was a German scientist as well as a physician back in the 1920s and 30s, actually discovered that if you take cancer cells, the two most prevalent things that cancer cells have all in common is they all burn sugar as an energy source. They don't use oxygen. That's very, very important, and they have a very, very low pH to them.
Okay.
So when you take cancer cells and you take the sugar burning effect away from them, they go on the ketogenic diet, which basically...
Meaning, layman's terms, don't feed them sugar.
Don't feed them sugar.
Okay.
Force the body to start burning fat rather than sugar.
Because you're not feeding them sugar.
Exactly. A lot of different types of cancers cannot survive because they can't burn ketones, which is the byproduct of the fat burning process.
Okay, so we don't feed, very simply, if we're not feeding sugar into our system, we're not feeding that cancer cell sugar, and that cancer cell needs sugar in order to survive. Layman's terms is what I'm doing.
By the way, it's kind of funny because the whole basis for PET scans today go back to Dr. Warburg's research back in the 30s.
Right.
Pretty fascinating stuff.
So you had a customer at Planet Health who you shared this with.
We had, I have been telling quite a few people that have cancer to just go on the diet. What's it going to hurt? You're eating great.
Right.
You know, good meats and vegetables and so forth.
Healthy, very healthy.
She had bone cancer, and she said, "I'll do it." She says, "You know, I went into the doctor. My oncologist says that when he went into my bones, we found that the tumor markers were 60. Okay, which means I think it was 60% bone cancer she had." She came back about 3 months later, all smiles, and she says, "My markers are back down to 10 right now, and the doctor wants to know what I'm doing." Can't believe it. Well, she just came in about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Her markers are now 5, which means there is no bone cancer left. She was just elated. She says, "I can't believe I don't."
Now let's pause a second because we want to make sure that we send a message. We're not telling you that we can cure cancer. We're not saying that.
Simple
but we
diet.
are telling you that a cancer cell needs sugar to survive. So common sense would say, don't feed your body sugar and you won't feed the cell sugar. It can't survive. So ketogenic simply means meats, veggies, some fruits. It's kind of staying away from refined sugar, staying away from carbs, staying away from breads and pastas. And listen, we all have cancer cells in our body. This is a way for you to starve those cancer cells. So hopefully they won't grow up and become full-blown cancer cells. Check out DonnaKretschStore.com for more information. If you're local, come to Planet Health or come to Total Solution because we really do care about helping this person.
Absolutely.
This is what we study all the time. Hopefully we've been a blessing to you. Talk to you next time.